Hello everyone, we are the Couple Coach. I'm Coach Sean.
And I'm Coach T.
And we are certified by the Life Coach Training Institute from Dallas, Texas, USA. And welcome to Time Out, where we stop and talk about the hurdy-burdies of couple relationship. Our advocacy is connecting disconnected families, and we help couples have a very joyful, fun, and fulfilling relationship. Today we are here at Sugar Plus Swirl. If you like a great hamburger and sweets and some sumptuous meal, please go here. They're located at Circuit Makati. Dito po sa Makati mismo. Kung gusto niyo po pumunta. Bago pong building. It's before dating karera ng mga kabayo. Ayan.
Horse racer.
Andito po kami ngayon. And we've been invited by our brother Jerome in this place, and we are having fun, and thank you very much for inviting us. Today we're gonna talk about, ano pag-uusapan natin, Coach Team?
The sweet life.
The sweet life. We're gonna talk about the sweet life.
No, it's about how to move forward after cheating.
Yep, how to move forward after cheating. Now, we have some of the couples and most of the couples right there, you've experienced some challenges with your relationship where cheating happened. Especially, majority ata, lalaki yung pag-uusapan. Boys.
Guys.
Na nag-cheat about their relationship. Now, the question there is why cheating happens. I think that's the biggest question there. It's people don't really understand why there is cheating. We talked about this. One of the biggest thing that you need to identify first in any relationship is identify your values. What are the values of individuals? Because if you don't understand what your values is, you don't understand your rules. And what are your rules? Your rules are your should and your must. What in a relationship that you must do and should do? Ano nga ba, Coach Team? Paano ba natin pinag-uusapan yun?
We'd like to share your story. You see us like this right now, but we also did encounter that relationship issue wherein he has another partner.
Third party.
He has a third party. But so how do you move forward after the cheating? Because technically what happens is at the part of the girl, girls also have pride, girls also have egos. But how do you work around it to keep the relationship, and what does it matter? What matters most in the relationship? Is it about keeping the pride or keeping the family? Because when something happens, you don't just think about yourself. You think about the kids, how they would feel, what would happen to them. Depende siguro sa level ng cheating, or depende din sa level ng siguro how do you work around the hurt. So we usually use this we have 3 points for you. I'll tell you about it later on. But how do you really move from cheating? So girls, what I usually ask is, there are some people who would come to me and say, my husband is having an affair. So should I break up with him? What I would usually tell them is, I would ask them, until to what extent can you accept the pain? Until to what extent can you forgive? Forgive and forget. Madali nga sabihin to forget, but you see, forgiving and forgetting. I'll take off from the talk of Master Coach previously about forgive and forget. When you forgive, it's because you give something. And when you forget, it's because you get something in return. So what lesson did you learn when the cheating happens?
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing that you need to understand, especially with the cheating, is to really identify what's the best way forward. And if you make that decision specific to, let's say, you moving out or being separated, what would happen to you? Or if you have kids, what would happen to them? And this is always the challenge that we give to the parents out there, is to really try to understand, what do you want to do? Because ego plays a significant role in any relationship. Now, before we move on to intervention, in a prevention perspective, just make sure you understand your values. And once you understand that, you talk about it with your partner, so that your partner and yourself understand it. And once you understand, you fine-tune it on a regular basis and have a conversation. If it's working, not working, then you move forward. Now, intervention na, nangyari na. Ano na bang gagawin, Coach?
I think it would be important to remember the 3 points that we usually give up. this was given by Steve Spoke. I think he's a pastor in the US. We use the 3 points: have fun, faith, understand, and
Nurture.
nurture. So with faith, it's important to have faith in the relationship and have faith in God for you to be able to work around the emotions
Yes.
when the cheating happens. Understand is you need to understand to really understand what do we usually
Well, understand to be understood.
to be understood and not understand to reply.
Yeah, and make sure that when you talk to each other, there's no judgment in it. Because sometimes when two couples talk about it, alam mo yung batuhan na you. It's
more
always
of the
about
you.
you. But you never talk about I. What do you feel about it and how did you experience? You should never have a situation where you blame your partner about how you react to it. Because at the end of the day, you don't have control over the environment, but you always have control over how you
How you
react to it.
respond.
And last but not the least is
It's
N.
nurture.
Nurture the relationship. Take time, spend time, go out. Especially for those old school people na gusto lang nasa bahay, please go out, spend time. But go back to the time where you are still mag-date, mag-shota. Alam mo yun, just
Start
enjoy
the
it.
date, yeah.
Start. Everything is about restarting and just going back to the basics of a relationship na hindi naman basta matagal na kayo, wala na eh. There's always a spark somewhere that you just need to ignite. And if you're focused on that, then you should be fine. So define that and make sure that you are fine with that, and your relationship would flourish and be joyful, and you always have peace in the relationship.
So that's it for now. So if you have more questions about how to move forward with cheating in the relationship, just message us, and we'll be happy to connect with you
Okay.
and help you out. So
Okay, thank you again. We'll see you again next week. Bye.